President Biden facing growing questions and new investigations into the classified documents found in his former office and Delaware home.
Yeah, both the president and the White House declining to answer further questions on the special counsel probe into potential mishandling of the files.
Now Republicans in the House are moving to investigate. ABC's White House correspondent Mary Alice Parks is on the North Lawn with the latest. Mary Alice, good morning.
Well, good morning. The White House increasingly tight-lipped about these classified documents and new investigations as the news of a special counsel sinks in. This morning, President Biden back at his Delaware home, where a handful of classified documents were found in his garage.
Are you confident you did nothing wrong, Mr. President?
The president leaving the White House, ignoring questions. Silent on the news, a special counsel has been appointed to look into his handling of classified material. House Republicans launching new investigations, demanding answers about what exactly was in those documents found in the president's home. President Biden's press secretary saying the White House does plan to fully cooperate with the newly appointed special counsel.
We have been fully cooperating with the Department of Justice, and now we will be doing the same with the special counsel's office.
But deflecting most questions on the subject.
I would refer you anything that is related to this, as it relates to the review, to the Department of Justice or my colleagues at the White House Counsel Office.
Attorney General Merrick Garland saying the extraordinary circumstances required the appointment of a special counsel.
This appointment underscores for the public the department's commitment to both independence and accountability.
His pick for the job, a Trump appointee, veteran prosecutor Robert Hur, who in a statement promised to follow the facts swiftly and thoroughly. The move from the Attorney General coming after he said the Department of Justice was notified of classified documents found in November at the Penn Biden Center in Washington, D.C. Then in late December, and again just this last week, President Biden's personal lawyers informing investigators that additional documents had been found at the president's Wilmington residence, most in his garage. The White House counsel's office saying the documents were inadvertently misplaced and that Biden's team quickly responded to the, quote, mistake. In addition to this probe from the special counsel, the White House is also now facing two House investigations, both led by Republicans in the Oversight and Judiciary Committee. They say they want to know what exactly was in these documents, who had access to them, and who searched the president's home.
Mary Alice, thank you. Let's bring in ABC News contributor Sarah Isgur, a former spokesperson for the Justice Department during the Trump administration. Sarah, good morning to you. It's great to have you. So now that a special counsel has been appointed, what are the next steps in the investigation?
So the Department of Justice is obviously going to look at the statutory definition of this crime. You have to knowingly remove classified information, but they're also going to look at past precedent when the department has brought cases like this. Jim Comey laid out the 4 factors that would need to be present when he declined to bring charges against Hillary Clinton back in 2016. The intentionality of it, whether there were vast amounts of documents, potential disloyalty to the United States, he said, and finally, evidence of obstruction. And so that will be part of this investigation as well.
And so you touched on this as well. There's still so much we don't know about these documents and how they ended up in Biden's home and office. How could that play a role in the severity of the case?
Well, unlike the Trump Mar-a-Lago search warrant, where that was really a year after he had left the White House, here we have 6 years since these documents were presumably removed. The question will be, obviously, who had access to them? Were the documents moved? But an important one for those factors will be, were those documents accessed at any point in the last 6 years where people knew that there were classified documents in an unsecure location and nevertheless left them there?
And we know the cases are different, but with Biden and Trump now under investigation, it raises the question, is something wrong with the system altogether? And should Americans be concerned about the security of these classified documents?
I mean, here we are talking about the current president, the former secretary of state, all who have been investigated for mishandling classified information. It is absolutely egregious at this point that we have high-ranking officials ignoring the law, whether criminally or not, certainly recklessly mishandling some of our nation's top secrets. It's something the national security apparatus is going to really need to think about moving forward.
It sure is. Sarah Isgur, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.